Yeah, this is Black Light. This is part two. Now, you remember, just always remember this, that when someone comes to you, all the prophets, to uplift the people, uh, Gavi, the serpent always tries to sway you in the opposite direction. So he uses the words of the prophet, put a twist on it, and uh, it'll clash with what you're trying to, what the prophet is trying to say. See, another example would be Jesus uh, and Moses and all he the people, the Pharisees, would be the serpent, and the Romans would be the serpent, and they would uh, putting a twist on the word of God. So when Jesus came to clarify the situation, the one they called Jesus. Now we know that there was no Jesus, but since half of the world been using that word Jesus, we, for the sake, of trying to get my point across, we gonna say, Jesus. But there's many other names that he could be called, but for right now, we're gonna use Jesus. When he came to argue the scriptures with the Pharisees, they said they accused him of trying to change the law of Moses, but he told them that, no, I'm in alignment with Moses. Y'all the ones that's trying to twist it, confuse the people. See, so when Seti and Pharaoh and all the other ones that have bits and pieces of knowledge of our sacred writings, uh, don't forget that the Caucasian filtered through the sacred writings on all levels, and uh, took out words and books and phrases and put commas where they weren't supposed to be, and changed the spelling of some of those words to confuse, you know, uh, the general population of the planet, because once he realized that the black man was the God, he wanted to put some doubt in the black man's mind that he wasn't God. Well, the Moors have problems. Well, first of all, we're gonna start with uh, the Muslims, Nation of Islam. After the passing of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, that's where the problems began. Because brothers started putting twists and adding and taking away. See, the same with the Prophet Muhammad. Once he passed, uh, they started putting twists on it and taking away, adding on what they wanted to, putting a slant on it. You know, spin, spin doctors. They put a spin on it. Uh, the same way they did when the white man uh, discovered the writings on the pyramids. He tried to make some sense out of it, and he got a general idea how they was flowing, but it all led back to us being the supreme being. See, so he started putting twist on it because for 400 years, you know, or better, he, you know, the libraries at Alexandria, he was in possession of it, of those books. He claimed to destroy them, and he might have did destroy some of them. It might have was a real fire, but there was so much knowledge there that you know he maintained it. Some of those books, so, you know, if not all of them, and just used the fire as an excuse to hide the books away for himself. But it took him, he got scientists on the books studying the books. So when Noble Drew Ali, you know, well first Marcus Garvey, uh, in his movement, he had to have some knowledge that who the black man was, and he probably got it from uh, overseas, you know, because Haile Selassie and all them, they had sacred knowledge, you know, parts of it, not the whole thing, because the Caucasian was keeping it under locks and key, and it was only privileged to his people. That's why he copied the Masons, uh, just a certain order of Caucasians could study our sacred writings. And then when they give it back to the general population, it's twisted. They put their twist on it. It ain't right like it was, you know. So right here on these debates, you're having a clear case of people putting twisters on things. That's where the Moors messed up, because they sent agents in just to confuse the conversation or confuse the rightful interpretation of what the Prophet Noble Drew Ali had originally stated. You see, where the Moors mess up at is if it was your constitution and you shared it with the Caucasian, so we all could just get along. Well, he broke all those treaties that you had. One thing, once he broke them treaties, you know you can't trust him no more, and all bets are off. He don't have no say so in the game no more. But you decide to go along with him, and that's why you ain't in control no more. Now you his mouthpiece, telling the people you don't call yourself black and this. Hey, I call myself what I want. If I want to be black, I'm black. Because his laws don't mean nothing no more. He breaking his own laws right now in the Constitution. When he got with the Rothschilds, when he let them take over the control of the land. That's all he do is break treaties. So he ain't got I ain't got to try to please him what I call myself. You know. The only reason why I'm abiding by his laws now because, you know, y'all don't want to back nobody up. Y'all done bow down to him. You know, I'm not out there by myself. You know, if I decide to resist him and his rules and regulations, y'all not gonna help me fight. I'm just out there by myself. See, y'all put me in jail because y'all want to be the top dog of your people. He gonna be the top dog of you tell you what to do. He said, but I'm gonna make you the head man in charge. So what Noble Drew Ali was saying, y'all done put a little spin on it and a little twist, just like Elijah, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. When Wallace came in there, and then first with Malcolm, because it was brothers before the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad got in there, putting a little twist, trying to backstab Master Farah Muhammad. Some more of this coming up, part 3.